Story time. I was just reminiscing and going through memories and things, and I was just like, when's the last time I've been like on a real like date that was just like all across the board, just 100 A plus. Like I didn't have any complaints about anything. And that literally had to be like when I was 23, 24. And there's this guy. I was working at this one place. I have no idea where this guy is now, by the way. Like, this was years ago. If you've been friends with me like over 6 years, then you know that I delete social media pages like it's nothing. I don't know how many Facebook pages I've had, how many Instagram pages. Um, yeah, I was just constantly just going ghost or deleting. So, don't know where this dude is now. Don't have his information. Honestly, I don't remember his name. But I was working at this one job, and me being a seasonal worker, I was going to be moving further west. I was out west, and I was going to be moving further west, like on the coast, on the mountains rather. Um, and I wasn't going to be in the area anymore. And he was there just for an event. Um, I'm trying to like not give a bunch of information away, like I said, I don't even know where he's at or whatever. But so it was like the week before I was supposed to be moving, and I'm, working the event. That's part of my job or whatever. And we're the only two black people there. I'm working there, and then him with his family. His family was not black, but that doesn't matter. Especially these days, people adopt and things all the time. But I just remember him being like tall, handsome, blue suit. Um, I'm like just, in charge of like drinks and restocking and stuff for this event or whatever, and just making sure everything flows well. Like I'm the front of the house manager. And I remember in like the midst of them partying and stuff, he walks over to me and he's like, "Do you want to dance?" And I'm like, "No." Like I'm working, I can't do that. And he's like, "No, come on, dance." And I was like, "Nah, son, I'm working, like whatever." And we go back and forth, and then finally I'm like, cool, it doesn't matter, it's late, whatever. I can't, I think it was some country song, and I don't know, so we were just like doing something, I can't even remember, but I just could not stop laughing. It was just out of like embarrassment, shyness. It was just a lot. And afterwards, like, they finished their thing, their event. I'm cleaning up and everything, and I'm getting things back in order. And he comes over and he asks if he can see me the next morning, if he can like take me out. And I was just like, I was like, no, because like he wanted to get to know me or whatever. And I was just like, no, well, I'm actually leaving next week. I'm going to this other state and I start a new job and blah blah blah. And he's like, oh, he's like, well, that sucks, but I still want to, take you out. And so I was like, okay, I was like, whatever. I was like, I get off work at, this time, blah, blah, blah. Um, you can pick me up, after that. Well, originally I was like, well, I could just meet you there. But he was like, no, I want to take you. And so I was like, okay, take me, whatever. I'm thinking we're the same age. And this is like my early 20s. And so we're getting the car, I get in his car. He comes pick me up or whatever next morning from the it's like a resort. It's a getaway basically. It's a getaway. So he picks me up from my job basically, and we're in the car together. We're listening to music, and we're having discussions on music, which I always appreciate and enjoy because I just have like some strong opinions on things. And we're just like getting to know each other, and I'm like, so like, how old are you? And he's like 3 years younger, and he does not look it. And I'm just like, he's like, I'm still in college, just like. Oh, goodness. I don't really like go after like younger. I don't even go after people, period. I don't chase, but um I really don't typically talk to people younger. It just, I don't know, but I was like, whatever. I was like, I mean, I'm moving. It's a quick breakfast date, coffee, whatever. Well, I thought it was just a coffee date, but it turned into like coffee and breakfast. Anyways, we're driving, conversation is great. I'm a little taken aback by his age, but I'm like, cool, whatever. And then we're just sharing like different experiences and what it's like for him growing up in his family situation and how school is for him and things of that nature and yada yada yada. We get to the restaurant, which I've been working at this place, I think at that point for almost 6 months, and I had never been to this place. But he was familiar with it because his family had like a vacation home in the area. And we go in, I'm thinking it's just coffee, but turned into coffee and breakfast. And conversation was just like, it was so good. It just flowed. It was cool. His confidence and his, even if he wasn't, like, even if on the inside he was scared, it didn't come off that way at all. Like, he was just very, just, I don't know, I'm not a big talker either, but like when the energy doesn't feel like forced and it feels genuine and you have like a common ground, like it's easier to speak or whatever. And so I just remember having like great breakfast, great coffee. And then afterwards, I'm thinking he's just going to drop me off. And he's like, I want to show you where they filmed Logan. There was a section of Logan, the little treehouse area in the movie. He's like, yeah, I want to show you where they actually like left a piece of the set there or whatever. Sure, sir, we can go do that. And so we go out there, and it's like a little bit of a walk, like a little bit of a hike, nothing serious. And we go out there, and I'm just like, wow. I'm like, this is cool. I'm like, this is awesome. This is so like, me and my sister were like big X-Men whatever fans, and so it was huge, especially when it comes to Wolverine. It was huge. Like I was just like, oh, this is so awesome. This is so cool. It was just a regular like day, was nothing crazy. But after that, like after Logan, we went after Logan after we saw the Logan treehouse. He takes me to his family's vacation home that's in the area as well, because they all came down for the event and they had left like that morning, but he stayed so he could take me on this date. So but he had stayed behind, so they left him in charge of like locking up everything. So after we leave like little set, we go to his family's vacation home, and he's turning off all the lights, power, everything, locking up everything, making sure garbage and stuff is together. And I'm just like in the house with them, just looking and just chilling and just laughing, talking. And I'm like, wow. I'm just like, I don't know. It was just, I don't even know how to describe it. It was just cool. It was just chill. He was a cool dude. He drops me off. Well, we were talking in the car some more. I can't remember what happened. Like, I think we hugged. And then I was like, damn, we should keep in touch, social media, exchange numbers, which we did. But then over time, like I said, deleting pages, making new pages, changing phone numbers. I never saw him again after that. I moved to the next state I was going to for my next job, and I have no idea. I don't have a clue. But I was just like, that had to be like the best date like I ever went on, and it wasn't anything extravagant. It wasn't anything like, even like the little portion of the set where Logan was, like it was in this deserted like area. It was nothing. It was just good conversation, genuine conversation, good coffee, good food, laughs. And I'm like, you can't get nothing close to that now. Like it was just a good time. It was the best date ever went on. And just like his confidence, like just sealed the deal for me. Like him walking up to me, him initiate, like all of that, like it was just, and he was younger, to be younger than, I was so hung up on the time. I was like, he's still in college. Like, would you really want to talk to somebody still in college? Like, they haven't, he might have only been like 3 years younger, if I'm not mistaken. I don't know. I can't remember for sure. But I was looking at like I done seen all these things. I done been to these countries. I done been da 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 da. He hasn't experienced anything yet. He's still a baby. That dude has treated like that date has been better than any grown ass man, like 10 years plus his age, has ever taken me on. So I just yeah. It was just a little story time something I wanted to share. That was just a good like memory. It was just funny. I was just cleaning and it was just like I wonder where that dude is at now. Hopefully he's like living a great life with somebody great. He probably has a family. Probably living like I think he was going to school for engineering if I'm not mistaken. Probably doing big things. But I was just like, that was a cool dude. That was a cool ass date. And it was the best date I ever had. So yeah, that's all.